Good afternoon, welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Harrison Reed with your latest news. Here is the latest news from the Rugby World Cup in Japan. James Davis says Warren Gatland has seen the light after getting the nod for team selection in the World Cup against Fiji. It was rumoured that there was going to be a shake-up in the squad selection as they look set to qualify for the quarter-finals against likely opponent Uruguay. John Pierre reports.
Thomas Williams looks up, he'll have to go quickly. The gong goes. Thomas Williams kicks the ball off the field. Wales hands on knees, but they have done it. Delight on the sidelines.
After narrow victory in the last group game against Australia, Wales head coach Warren Gatland has rotated his team for the next World Cup fixture against Fiji in Japan. James Davies and Ross Moriarty have made the team ahead of Justin Teeperick and Aaron Wainwright, who have been dropped by Gatland. Nonetheless, 13 players from the team are still on track to maintain their 100% record, having been unbeaten in the tournament thus far. In a pre-match press conference before the game, Gatland explained that there was light-hearted banter between him and Davies about his call-up.
Two guys that are very hungry for an opportunity, and Reece Curry comes on the bench as well, so we're keeping everyone on their toes a little bit. And I did say to James when I congratulated him, said well done, and his reply was, "You finally seen the light, have you?" He said, "I'm only joking." So and I loved that. I thought it was brilliant. What a great response. I love a bit of banter like that, and I have no problem with the comments like that. And it just says to me, players believe in their own ability and they want to be in the squad, and they think they're good enough to be in the starting side. So I thought that was a really good response. So a lot of the same players and just a couple of changes.
Golf at the elite level is becoming more and more lucrative every year. But is this having an effect on a golf club? A recent report suggests that participation level golf is on the decline, with fewer people taking out memberships. Doug Webber reports.
Picture this. It's the early 1500s, and golf as we know it is being played by the gentry and royalty. Fast forward 500 years, and the sport is open to all, with elite golf being dominated by these three.
Koepka, the leader, alone. This is a par attempt for McIlroy to win the hole for Europe.
Well done by Dustin Johnson. Just what you would expect this man to do.
So these guys are inspiring others to play golf, right? Statista suggests not. Golf participation in the UK is in decline. 31,000 people stopped walking the fairways between 2016 and last year. So what's happening at club level to send golf bags to the back of people's garages? I've come down to Hampshire Golf Club to speak to golfers about whether the decline is noticeable.
Hello, my name's Harry Maitland. I'm an amateur golfer with a handicap of 24. There are an awful lot of good courses that you can get to at very affordable prices, and in the past that's not been the same. Interestingly, I was watching Georgia Hall talk about inclusivity at her club, so we thought we'd have a game there. £125 a round. If that's inclusive, I'm not sure how it is.
My name's Paul Rain, and I've been playing golf for about 20 odd years. It's still quite expensive to play. You can get good deals on things like tee-off times and things, so the internet helps with that, so if they wanted to shop around, but it is still a little bit on the pricey side, and of course the equipment's quite expensive.
Tim Baker, the head PGA professional at Hampshire Golf Club, has seen a change in customer membership choices.
We have about 400 members. More and more people are moving away from membership and moving more towards sort of flexible membership, pay and play. Because membership numbers have declined, clubs have had to put the fees up.
Tim, who heads up a youth golf academy, is more than aware of the importance of young people in the sport going forward.
We do a lot here with trying to generate more people to come to the golf club, so we have initiatives here that we use. And I think there's more of an opportunity for youngsters these days to play, and we're sort of very keen on doing that at Hampshire.
The new Solent Sports Complex is welcoming lots of sports into their new home. The Castrils basketball team will look forward to welcoming big crowds in the main hall, but the development teams are also excited about testing out the new facilities. Steve Revell has the story.
is the sound of the new £28 million sports complex at Solent University. The 4-storey complex offers a vast variety of facilities ranging from strength and conditioning high-performance gym to sports halls and fitness studios. Perhaps one of the most impressive new facilities on offer is the high-performance sports hall. Built with the Solent Kestrels in mind, it is now the home for all things Kestrels, from training to home games. I headed down to the courts to see how some of the local students were finding the new basketball facilities. We can just start by getting your name.
Giorgio.
When did you start playing basketball? Was there like a certain player that got you into it?
When I was 13, my dad convinced me to start playing basketball.
So how long have you been playing at Solent?
This is my first year.
So what are your opinions on the facilities and like all this new building and stuff?
Brand new, 2019. I like the court, how it's made. It's only like basketball court, no volleyball, no tennis. It's good court for basketball players.
I'm Robbie.
So was there a certain player or basketball team that got you into basketball?
Well, I got first introduced when a local club started up in my area. So me and a couple of friends went down, we started playing. That's how I got into it.
How long have you been playing at Solent?
First year, so a couple of weeks.
What are your opinion on the facilities and like the basketball program?
Oh, I like how it's just basketball court and there's no other like sport line. It's just focused on just basketball.
As well as just a specific area for top level basketball, it is not just the designated courts that are offered. The high performance sports hall boasts shot clocks, hoop cameras and even a 450 capacity spectator area. You don't have to be a competitive player to enjoy the new complex. I headed down to the basketball drop-in sessions that are hosted on weekends to chat to a casual player. So can we start by getting your name?
I'm Olivia.
When did you start playing basketball?
I've played basketball and netball casually since I was young. I used to play competitively, but now I just enjoy to play casually, as it's a good way to stay fit and to socialise too.
When did you start playing for Solent?
I've never really played competitively for Solent. I enjoy playing casually and using the gym facilities here.
And what are your opinions on the basketball facilities at Solent?
I like that there's a designated basketball court. It shows that Solent have put emphasis on their basketball programme, which I think is good. And I like that they've added a place to spectate up there. It adds a good atmosphere and it's good for people who do like to play competitively, as their friends and family can come watch.
With everyone enjoying the new complex, it is an exciting time to be around the university and indeed to be a basketball fan. The complex is open to Solent students and the public, so why not get yourself down there and try your hand at some of the many things the complex has to offer.
Are you familiar with ultimate frisbee? This slightly more unorthodox sport has rapidly been growing in popularity, with players around the world in countries as diverse as the USA, the Philippines and right here in the UK. Benjamin Rees adventures to leafy southeast London to find out more.
There's plenty of things to do in London's Greenwich Park on an autumn Sunday. Explore the flower gardens, go conker hunting or visit the world famous observatory. But for the last few years, you may have seen one of the world's fastest growing sports, ultimate frisbee.
My name is Andy and I live in Greenwich in London. I've been playing on and off for probably about 8 years because it's a great atmosphere and it's a good excuse to actually get out and do a bit of exercise. The atmosphere is always really warm and friendly, competitive, but everyone is always pretty chilled out.
This friendly atmosphere is key to the sport's appeal. Matches are self-refereed and players are trusted to play fairly and call fouls themselves. This spirit of the game is in place at all events, including last year's World Club Championships.
My name is Eileen Murray and I am one of the leads for the Spirit of the Game group. The athletes all have this shared value system that they are playing under and striving for. It's super important to the international community. After every game, there are always spirit circles where both teams come together, they go every other player, and they talk about the things that happen in the game.
Don't be fooled, however. There's more to this sport than you might think.
My name is Jan from Estonia. It's way more physically challenging than you probably expect. So it's not just throwing the disc, it's actually a lot more about running and getting free.
And Kublitska, a spark plug out there right now. Dimpas wants to feed her that one floaty. Oh my goodness, did she just make that play? Hands up, they're giving the goal. It looked like it was floating out. She went up and down, kept the toes in, almost came down on her chin.
So why do people keep coming back? Everyone seems to be in agreement on this.
Probably the people.
I like the people the best. It's a good social group and nice people to hang out with and do other sports with as well.
Layouts probably.
Well, nearly everyone anyway. Benjamin Rees, Solent Sports News.
American football is a massive part of American culture, and now the NFL is looking to grow the sport globally. Since 2007, the NFL has committed to playing regular season games in the UK. And this year, the NFL will host 4 regular season games shared across Tottenham and Wembley. Dan Edgoose reports.
The 2019 UK NFL Series has kicked off for another year as the Chicago Bears faced off against the Oakland Raiders at Tottenham Hotspur's new £1 billion stadium.
And here is Jacobs back in the game, and Jacobs is going to score! Touchdown, Oakland!
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell described the series as a fantastic opportunity for the league.
Well, this is amazing. I mean, you walk in here and you really feel like you're in an NFL stadium, and it's a big milestone for us because it's the first time we've had a stadium built outside the United States. It was really built for NFL football as well as soccer. You know, what's happened is the fans over here have become so passionate and sophisticated about the game that they really understand it. And so they wanted regular season games. And frankly, you know, we were a little reluctant on that of how it would impact on the competitive, but the teams have been great.
Spurs star striker Harry Kane was also in attendance and admitted the games have impressed him so much that he's contemplated a career as an NFL kicker.
Yeah, who knows? You know, I've said a kicker in the NFL, I feel like comes a lot down to pressure and who can handle the pressure in their moments. So it's something I'd love to try. We'll see how my football career goes first, and then we'll see what happens. I just kind of fell in love with the game about 7-8 years ago. I've mentioned before I was a huge fan of Tom Brady and kind of the way he made his career what it is now, and managed to become quite good friends with him, and to go out and watch the Super Bowl and watch the Patriots win was unforgettable moment.
An exciting new season is coming up this week for the Solent men's volleyball team. Solent Sports News was in the sports complex during the practice and had the opportunity to talk with the captain and some of the team members.
Lots of enthusiasm and excitement for the men in red, as they have set the bar really high for this season. Even though last season was not very successful for Team Solent, since they finished in the second from the bottom place, this year is way more promising.
What I expect from the team is the best, because we have a potential team that can win these future games that we're going to have in local leagues. This season we can expect to win a lot of games, and if we can, I want to reach to the nationals.
Team Solent is lucky to have some elite athletes this year in the roster, coming from Greece, Cyprus and Spain, that will definitely bring some more experience and skills on the court, which is something that the team was lacking last season.
Obviously, you know, we've got a complete variety of athletes on the competitive team. Some have just played in sort of division leagues, others have played in national and really high levels. And we all play at different standards, different levels, different tactics. So it's about trying to work out, what system we're going to play, what speed and stuff like that we're going to play. And when they get used to that, I'm sure we'll be a force to be reckoned with.
This entirely new team is a great opportunity to introduce the sport of volleyball to Solent students and get them to the complex, watch the games.
For me personally, I just want to see the team bond well, play some good volleyball, and obviously if we can get some wins out of it and finish high in the table, that's going to be perfect.
Stay tuned for more from the Solent men's volleyball team. First game for the men in red coming up this Friday against Rogue Polonia. For Solent Sport News, Valia Pilyanidi.
That's all from us for now. Thanks for listening throughout the day. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website, solentjournalism.co.uk. I'm Harrison Reed. Goodbye.